What's going on, everybody? All right, so I'm getting people asking me to do some PC specific tutorials and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna do one here in this video just because I just want to mess around with Cheat Engine anyway. All right, so before I even get this video started, I want to say big shout out to K-Smiz because for the last 2 years, I mean, he's really taking the reins over as far as diving in the Cheat Engine. And please don't bombard this man with questions and stuff like that. If you don't understand Cheat Engine and you're not even sure about what it does, I highly suggest just going on YouTube and starting to just look up the basics of Cheat Engine. I am no expert on Cheat Engine myself. K-Smiz has gotten better the last few years. I mean, he's improved vastly, but none of us are like experts, top of the top, knows every single thing that Cheat Engine can do. So please don't go and bombard this man with questions, but he has provided us with some Cheat Engine tables. And so I have one of his. I was actually using one earlier today, which I'm going to stop using for right now. I'm going to close that up because he has now provided an update. Actually, you know what? Let me keep this. Cancel that because I see now it's just the edit player one. All right, so I'm going to grab this. I already have this one from September 7th. You do have to be signed in to the NLSC to see these Cheat Engine tables, but I'm already signed into this one. So, I mean, I'm already signed into NLSC, and I already downloaded this one a few days ago. So I'm going to download this edit player one now. And this is probably the one that everybody wants anyway. So let's see. There it is. There's the edit player cheat table. I forget where my cheat tables are. Let me see. Where are my cheat tables located? Let's see. All right, so get the location of my cheat tables. And I'm just gonna do all this on video because I don't feel like I really don't feel like editing this video. All right, so here's the one that I already have. I already have that opened up. So now I just downloaded this one, and now I'm gonna drag it over to that folder. It says edit player, September 12th. All right, so let me delete it now. All right, so I have it. All I gotta do is just double click on it. It'll open up inside of Cheat Engine. I don't have the latest version of Cheat Engine, as you can see, but who cares? I can download it at any time. All right, so here's the cheat table, the newest one for the edit player, which is probably what most of you want anyway. So let's get into this. If you don't know how to use Cheat Engine, I'm going to try to be as gentle as possible during this explanation. But honestly, I've done videos and we've written tutorials. We've written threads that have over 100 pages of information about Cheat Engine over the last several years. And really, honestly, I've been using Cheat Engine since I found out about it in 2K13. Back then, I had no idea what it was capable of. 2K14, I learned a little bit more. But this generation, I've really come into using Cheat Engine when we don't have tools yet available. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to click this up here, and I need to find NBA 2K21. I want to keep all this stuff here, so I'm going to click yes. Keep my current address / code list. Then I'm going to click this first box here so that this fills up the whole space. So every time we go into edit player, we'll need to click this box. We can click off of it, then click back on it. All right. Oh, wait, no, it's not this one. Hold on. Re-click every time you edit player data. So we click here. Or is this the one that we re-click? Oh, no, okay. This one is just giving us instructions. Or edit the entry into a pointer using one of the two options. All right, don't do this. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do this. And you don't want to know what. Okay, don't worry about this stuff down here. Only worry about this one. These two last lines. Don't worry about that. So basically, we're just gonna re-click this second box every time we go in the edit player. We go to a different player. All right. So I just got through. Well, probably an hour ago, I just got through designing some Atlanta Hawks jerseys. Not designing, but putting them in the game. All right. So let's go to their roster because I messed up their roster. And let's just go to edit player. I was messing around with their ratings. I'm never going to use this my league save anyway. All right, so Kevin Herter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Herter. We're in edit player. We're going to click here. And as you can see, all his information comes up. Okay. So some of this information, I'm sorry guys, some of this information is not completely up to date. Some of this information most of you will not need, but I'll go ahead and tell you right now, the most of you will just want to use this Cyberface ID. Now some of these Cyberfaces, I don't know, but are probably not in the game anymore. Let's see if Allen Iverson is. So we're going to change his face to Allen Iverson. Click back on the game. It doesn't change. All you need to do is just go down to shoes and gear. Then go back and it changes. So this Cyberface ID number 5 is no longer Allen Iverson anymore. In past 2Ks, in fact, for years and years and years, ever since the beginning of 2K, all the way through, I think, 2K18, I think, Allen Iverson had a Cyberface that was, his Cyberface ID was 0005 or just 5. But in the last few years, they have removed that Cyberface and switched it to a newer number, a higher number, and he does have a better face. So don't worry about this list here, like the list of names, the actual names on the sides of these. Just worry about the numbers. If you want to know how we get this list of names, what we do is if you right click on here, make sure you're right here under value, like under this volume column, and right click and then set/change drop down selection options, and then this will come up. And then this is how you can change names. You'll put the value that you want to enter. And what is this? This is a colon. And then the actual description. And it tells you up here the format. It says format, value, colon, description. So that's how you do it. So for me, like if I want to change this, I'm just going to change, instead of it saying Allen Iverson, I'm going to make it say, no, I'll just say generic, no eyes. And then these are options you can click. Usually what I do is I'll just have the last one clicked. Checked, I mean. And see, now it says generic, no eyes. And when you go to select from a drop down list, it displays it like that. So you already learned something new with Cheat Engine just today. I'm going to go ahead and save this table. Where is it? I'm going to save it. Yeah, I'm going to replace it. All right. So that's what most of you came here to find out and figure out. And that's how you do it. But you can do some other stuff with this. Now, some people, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. Some people are going to want to use this to edit their My Player, which right now, this is probably the dumbest way to edit your My Player, at least for park and stuff like that. Like, because you can't get into the edit player menu in my career. And so I don't even recommend doing that, because that just takes away from the experience when you try to cheat your If you're just playing my career, whatever. But when you go online and you're trying to cheat, like that's the type of stuff that kind of gets people upset. Like you're playing with other people in the community. It's not just you. But the people who do that don't even use Cheat Engine anyway. So that was me addressing the elephant in the room, because a lot of people like to come to my channel. Not a lot of people, but a few people like to come to my channel and they'll say like, "Oh, you're ruining the game," blah blah blah. Like, dude, I'm not even doing any of that. The hacks for Park and Pro Am, all that stuff. I don't even show that on my channel, right? I don't even do it. I don't even play those modes because I don't care. I don't want to play with you guys online. At least not in Park. Maybe Pro Am. Pro Am's pretty cool, but definitely not in the Park. I don't care about that. I know millions of people do, but whatever. Anyway, let's get back into this. Now, some of this stuff is out of date. Some of these values, but K. Smith addressed that already. You can change the voice type. I think that's pretty cool. This re-sign status, I like this. It says he's going to test free agency when he gets the chance. If you change it to will retire, I think they retire after the next season and not after the current season. At least that's what it did last year when I tested it. This right here will tell you what kind of, what is that called? What kind of contract they have. Is this a hardship player or one of the main players or a two-way player, Euro Stash? I don't know what lineup means. I never tested it. All right. All right, somebody said something about, I know you guys just only care about the Cyberface ID, so I wonder if I should just stop the video here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up Drake's Cyberface ID. This is the Cyberface ID lookup tool from like 2K19, I think. His Cyberface ID used to be 6228. He might not even be in the game anymore. All right, so even this old list says Drake. But if we go in here, if the player doesn't change, that means that Cyberface does not exist anymore. If the player goes invisible, that means the Cyberface that you've changed it to is probably a woman or a child, because they won't show up in the men's jerseys. I've explained that before. So Drake, I can tell you a way, surefire way to tell if this 6228 is still in the game, which I don't think it is. All right, this is my manifest. I'm looking at the manifest from this game. I'm gonna go PNG 6228. And nope, it's not in the game anymore. So I guess Drake's not in the game anymore. I guess they had to pay the man to be in the game. Well, I don't know. Or maybe they just couldn't reach him. Or maybe they took him out and they're gonna put him back in for next gen. Who knows? All right, what is this? So So this one, it went invisible. So that means this Cyberface is either a woman or a child. And let's find out. 6230. I don't know if this was in the old game. 6230. This is an old list, a very old list. I didn't make this tool either. I did a video on it though, like 2 years ago. All right, there is no 6230 in this list. Well, you know what? I have an easier time looking up these players if I just go over to 2K resources. All right, don't know who 6230 is. I don't have a picture of it. Let's see if I have it. Maybe I do. 6230. Yeah, all right. Isabella Burton. This is who 6230 is. So she will not show up while I'm in the men's edit player. But if I go to the WNBA rosters and go to edit player, change the Cyberface to 6230, she will show up. All right. Actually, she will show up. Nah, yeah. Yeah, she won't show up. Not here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. This has been a long video. This is long for no reason, but you guys wanted me to do some stuff with Cheat Engine. I did. I showed you. And I'll probably do some other ones, but they won't be right now. All right, bye.